Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you guys about homeopathic medicine. And homeopathic medicine is not home remedies. For those of you who have heard, may or may not have heard that term and think it's home remedies, it is not. Homeopathy is an actual branch of medicine. Regular mainstream medicine is allopathic medicine. You have your other natural modalities. You have acupuncture, naturopathy, homeopathy, and Ayurvedic. And homeopathy falls into a pillar of medicine. So, saying that, homeopathy is probably the most advanced and healing modality or medicine I've ever come across. And I've tried them all. I basically got introduced to homeopathy about 20 years ago through a medical physician, and I went to her and I was having like debilitating migraines. I just had my first child, and somehow, some way, I knew my body was out of balance. Something had happened during that whole process that caused me to be out of balance, because I had never suffered migraines before in my life. So I went in to see this doctor, and she prescribed at that time a homeopathic medicine, homeopathic remedy, and I had no idea what it was. All I know is I went from having these migraines every day, pretty much for several hours of the day, to them decreasing down to maybe one once a week, then to maybe one once a month, to then not at all. And this is probably just over maybe it's a month of treatment with the medicine she'd given me. So of course I was just like, wow, what is this? And she told me there were no side effects, there's no toxicity, you cannot become addicted, there's no contraindications, it's safe for, women, men, kids, babies, the elderly. And it's 200 years old. No one's ever been killed by using the remedy. Matter of fact, homeopathic medicines, there's no crude material in them. So it's basically impossible for you to get poisoned or overdose on them. So I was like, wow, I have to find out more about this medicine. So as I delve deeper and start doing my research, and I've been doing research for like over 20 years, and I started coming across different books and different physicians who, have branched out from, allopathic mainstream medicine to becoming homeopaths, because they were just tired of their patients always being sick, and the medicines, pharmaceuticals they were prescribing were just treating symptoms and not getting the cures. And they happened to come upon homeopathy, and were actually seeing their patients with these diseases and issues actually becoming cured. So of course I'm like, wow. So I had to delve a little deeper, and I started studying different remedies and medicines and how they worked and different potencies, because there's hundreds of medicines that come in various potencies. And I was noticing, or as I was reading, there was like a medicine for any and every ailment you could think of. And I was like, wow, this is like, where has this been all my life? This is like a godsend. So now 20 years later, I have 4 kids now, and people always ask me, how we keep our health so pristine, why are my kids never sick, or if they see my kids sick, they're not sick very long. And it's been due to homeopathy. I do use herbs, and we eat very healthy and things of that nature. But when it comes to colds, flus, whether it be like a rash, I even had friends who've called me with kids with eczema and different chronic issues. I've helped them treat. And the issues have totally cleared up, because I brought their homeopathy. What its aim is to bring the body back into balance and to force the body to heal itself, irregardless of what the issue is, when the correct medicine is chosen and the correct potency and the correct amount of time is taken. And therefore, every issue someone has brought to me has cleared up. So saying that, I've been able to treat my family and my kids and my husband, everyone, with homeopathic medicines, like I said, regardless of what their issue may be. And just to explain a little bit to you how homeopathy works, most homeopathic medicines, they're prepared from plant and mineral and animals, and they are what they call those things. They're come in a crude state, and when they're prepared homeopathically, they are ultra diluted down to where there's no crude material left, but the energy of that plant or animal or mineral still remains. So when you come to me and have an issue, or someone says they have a certain issue, like for example, someone comes to me and says they have allergies, and I say, okay, give me all your symptoms, and I'll go through one of my books, and I'll say, okay, I'll look at the symptoms, I'll look at the different medicines, and I see what medicine matches your symptoms. And when that medicine is taken and those symptoms match that medicine, it's called like cures like. They kind of mesh like this, and the issue is dissolved. And that's basically what homeopathy is based on the law of similars. Your disease or disorder or issue needs to match the medicine that's chosen. And when it matches, that issue is wiped away. And it's amazing. I mean, and it's hard for some people to wrap their brains around that. But until you experience it, then you'll be like, wow, where's this been all my life? Things that people have suffered with for years, when they've taken the right homeopathic remedy, has totally cleared. And these aren't just saying like, oh, wow, people have come to me and said, oh, I've had this for years. Some people have gone and had, diagnostic tests done, blood tests. And, the amazing thing with homeopathy is after you take a remedy, you can go back and get these tests, and, whoever you're seeing will tell you, yeah, wow, this isn't there anymore. Or maybe that's not what you had. Maybe we made a mistake. But they probably didn't make a mistake, but that's the way homeopathic medicine works. It seeks out to restore the vital force in your body. And by doing that, whatever issue that is keeping that vital force in your body down, it goes to restore and heal. So it basically pushes your body to heal itself. So that's why it's so amazing to me. And like I said, there's not too many things that, someone has brought to me or told me that I haven't been able to tell them a remedy to take, and they've been able to treat themselves and get rid of it. And sometimes the issues are mental, sometimes they're emotional, sometimes they're physical. Homeopathic medicines can address all those issues on all those levels, because the aim and goal is for it to treat you and restore your vital force, restore your body's strength, to put you back in homeostasis. So it's, like I said, the best form of medicine I've ever come across, and actually very healing. And like I said, all the remedies are safe. 200 years old. They're used worldwide. And it's funny, not until I started studying, looking more into it, I realized, that a lot of celebrities use homeopathy. The Queen of England has a homeopathic doctor that sits on her staff. I think, matter of fact, they had stated a couple of months ago, I think when COVID started, that her son, or I think, had contracted it. And all of a sudden now you don't hear about him or having, any issues or symptoms. And, I wasn't surprised at all, because I know how homeopathic medicines work. And the correct homeopathic medicines will cure whatever, at any stage you're going at, whatever issues you're having. So when you start off as a fever, before it even gets further or you're down, if someone says, I have a fever, it's this, I know what remedy to give them to stop that fever in its tracks, so that it does not accelerate and produce further symptoms and issues in the body. Say if they came to me late and said they had a cough and it got into their lungs, I know what remedy to give to stop that cough from developing into pneumonia. And even if it gets further, there's remedies for that. So like I said, there's pretty much no issue I've come across where a homeopathic medicine has not helped it, or stopped it in its tracks, or totally reversed it. So saying that, I wanted to show you guys a couple of remedies that I kind of keep around the house. For instance, like this one is called oscillococcinum, and actually it's funny, this was actually becoming very mainstream. Oscillococcinum has been around forever. Now people realizing it works. So now it went from being costing $6, $7 10, 15 years ago to now a box of that will cost you $21, which is totally crazy, but it works. And this is what they call an anti-flu remedy. So when people come to me and say they don't like the flu shot, or don't want to take the flu shot, or the flu shot makes them sick, or they have side effects, or just don't want vaccines, period, I'll say, well, take this as a prophylactic. And the directions tell you to take the whole vial, or if you get sick, take this, to get better quick. And like I said, the beauty with homeopathy is it goes to work instantly to restore your body's vitality. So whereas a person who doesn't take this, or, may rely on just trying to get through it themselves, they may be sick for weeks or, more, you just never know. Within 24 to 48 hours, your body will start to heal itself, and you'll start to feel like you're getting better. You'll know you're getting better. And they tell you to take this whole vial, which is a marketing strategy. Basically, all you need is 4 to 5 pellets. I don't think you guys can see those. And that's considered a dose. And the key to homeopathy is, like I said, the potency, and the other key is to dosing. The more you dose something, the more the energy, it becomes more energetic in your body and raises your body's vitality. So, for instance, typically if you come down with the flu, they say to take this every 6 hours. I would say take it every 4 hours, and you'll start healing a lot faster and feeling better a lot faster, because you're constantly forcing your body to heal itself. Every couple of hours, you're giving like a boost, like a kick. So that, is one of the mainstays of homeopathy, like I said, is how to dose. So it's not just sometimes the remedy, it's also how many times you dose the remedy, and also the potency. And this is a pretty high potency. It's a 200C, which, I kind of talked to you guys about later. The remedies come in various potencies, from very low to very high. And of course, the higher the potency, the stronger they work in your body. And typically for chronic issues, sometimes, you'll start high potencies because chronic is something you've had a while, and you want, a strong remedy to get the body started to push itself, especially if you've been suffering with something for a long time. Typically,